Dark piano in the distance, heartbeat in the bassline. For years the room stayed quiet, the pressure builds inside. Silence was sitting like dust on the floor. Pressure been building behind every door. Thoughts in my head like a thunderous roar. Now every bar ready to roar. Ink in the veins when the page gets torn. Rage in the cage where the storm gets born. Mic like a torch in the middle of dawn. Lighting the path that the doubt won't ignore. Words like weapons, I'm sharpening steel. Rhythm and venom embedded in real. Every syllable set like a spark in the wheel. Till the quiet explodes and the truth is revealed. Mind like a maze where the echoes collide. Pages I blaze when the pressure applied. Cages I break when the phrase amplified. Stages ignite when the rage coincide. Mic check and elect and inject every breath like a threat when the rhythm connect. I dissect the effect of a pen that inject pure thunder in every dimension of text. Competitors crumble the second I snap, stacking the syllables back to back. Every opponent collapsing the track when the silence explodes in a sonic attack. Yeah, rippity rhythm, I'm ripping the ribbon of critics who thought that the crown could be given. Precision, incision, collision of vision, ambition, ignition. I live in the prison of bars. I'm forging storms, I'm storing torrents of language start pouring and roaring. Silence is shattered, the chorus is forming. Crowds hear the warning when chaos is storming. Look in the mirror, reflection is war. Years in the furnace created the roar. Pain in the brain turned venom to core. Now every syllable ready to soar. Doubt tried drowning the sound of the rebel, but storms in my skull started pounding the metal. Now every word that I level and settle becomes a disaster that shatters the temple. Back in the lab where the havoc is brewed, tracking the movement of masters and fools, rapping like thunder that cracks through the room, shattering shadows that hide in the gloom. Every bar carved like a code in the static, every line launched automatic. Rhythm collide with a mind so erratic, the silence collapse and becomes cinematic. Yo, shatter the quiet repeatedly, rocking the prophecy biblically. Enemies freeze when the energy spreads, mentally shredding the melody threads. Every syllable heavy as lead, every competitor left in the red. Let the sound waves echo and spread till silence collapses and panic is bred. Back with a pack of attacks in the stands, a black in the canvas with savage propaganda. Rap is a battlefield, mic is the hammer. Crack it and fracture the fragile commander. Words like a whirlwind stirring the scene, burning the weak with a murder machine. If sound had a throne in the center of kings, the silence was shattered the second I sang. Now the rhythm is running at nuclear pace, fueling the lungs of a furious race, cruising through doom with the furious grace, bruising the booth like a furious quake. Dark piano, echo the storm, I become every legend. Remember what's forging the drum when the final vibration is finally done. The silence is gone, the war is won.
Truly return to me. Our piano in the distance, heartbeat in the bassline. For years the room stayed quiet, the pressure builds in silence. Tonight the quiet breaks.
Silence was sitting like dust on the floor. Pressure been building behind every door. Thoughts in my head like a thunderous roar. Now every bar ready to roar. Ink in the veins when the page gets torn. Rage in the cage where the storm gets born. Mic like a torch in the middle of dawn. Lighting the path that the doubt once ignored. Words like weapons, I'm sharpening steel. Rhythm and venom embedded in real. Every syllable set like a spark in the wheel till the quiet explodes and the truth is revealed. Mind like a maze where the echoes collide. Pages I blaze when the pressure applied. Cages I break when the phrase amplified. Stages ignite when the rage coincide. Mic check, intellect interject every breath like a threat when the rhythm connect. I dissect the effect of a pen that inject pure thunder in every dimension of text. Competitors crumble the second I snap, stacking the syllables back to back. Every opponent collapse in the track when the silence explodes in a sonic attack. Rippity rhythm, I'm ripping the ribbon of critics who thought that the crown could be given. Precision, incision, collision of vision, ambition, ignition. I live in the prison of bars. I'm forging storms, I'm storing torrents of language start pouring and roaring. Silence is shattered, the chorus is forming. Crowds hear the warning when chaos is storming. Look in the mirror, reflection is war. Years in the furnace created the roar. Pain in the brain turned venom to core. Now every syllable ready to soar. Doubt tried drowning the sound of the rebel, but storms in my skull started pounding the metal. Now every word that I level and settle becomes a disaster that shatters the temple. Back in the lab where the havoc is brewed, tracking the movement of masters and fools, rapping like thunder that cracks through the room, shattering shadows that hide in the gloom. Every bar carved like a code in the static, every line launched automatic. Rhythm collide with the mind so erratic, the silence collapse and becomes cinematic. Shatter the choir repeatedly, rocking the prophecy brilliantly. Enemy freeze when the energy spreads, mentally shredding the melody threads. Every syllable heavy as lead, every competitor left in the red. Let the sound waves echo and spread till silence collapses and panic is bred. Back with a pack of attacks in the stanza, black in the canvas with savage propaganda. Rap is a battlefield, mic is the hammer. Crack it and fracture the fragile commander. Words like a whirlwind stirring the scene, burning the weak with a murder machine. If sound had a throne in the center of kings, the silence was shattered the second I sing. Now the rhythm is running at nuclear pace, fueling the lungs of a furious race, cruising through doom with a furious grace, bruising the booth like a furious quake. Dark piano echo the storm, I become every legend. Remember what's forged in the drum when the final vibration is finally done. The silence is gone and the war is won.
The room falls quiet again, but the cracks remain. One silence shatters
it never truly returns.